So mixed race next up as the Irish Touring Cars, the Supercars and the Open Endurance Series all are on the grid together, and it makes a fantastic sight here at Mondello Park. And away they go. A good start from Shane Murphy, former world hot rod champion of course. McFadden tucks in behind him, so as they all blast away, and it's a great mix of cars heading down for his turn one, but no mistakes there from Shane Murphy, and he's ahead. Fenton going nicely, somebody getting very sideways there, and a little bit of a mix-up. We're on board with Andrew Armstrong. Oh, connects with Charlie Linnane. Charlie had to cut back in to avoid that Sayed, and nowhere to go really for Armstrong there, but that's unfortunate. The Pirelli car on the inside, beautifully turned out car, Charlie Linnane from County Wicklow. We're on board with John Cardew now, and he's trying to have a go at Ulick Burke, but gets the big chop from Corcoran, that is, coming down the inside, the beautifully prepared car, another Wicklow man. And huge sidewave moment. Can he hang on to that? He can. McFadden, beautifully held by McFadden. Cold rear tyres, there's no lock on these sides. You just got to pin the throttle. That's exactly what he did. He's been well tutored by Murray Motorsport. Campbell in the Honda powered Corrado now trying to have a go at him. Look at him looking over to the left. Wonder if he can get by this 350 brake horsepower Sayed. Cameron Fenton, the young charger in Supercars, now up the inside of Alan Healy, and Healy chops across the back of him in the Civic. The Cork man going beautifully in that car, and he's all over the place. Relative newcomer. Look at Philip Jones in the focus bodied supercar going to have a go down the inside of both of them, and that's what he does. Philip Jones down the inside of Cameron and Healy in one go. Slightly more power, we're told, in this car, but doesn't it look great with the focus bodywork? And talk of that being the future of these Pirelli supercars. Whether that happens or not, I'm not so sure, but doesn't it look fantastic on track? Alan Healy trying to have a go. McFadden up with them too. Campbell in there too. This is cracking saloon car racing from Mondello Park. It's three abreast now. The Sayed on the outside. It should have more grip than these cars in front. Probably more power. Keith Campbell trying to sit around the outside now in the left-hand drive Honda powered Corrado. Beautiful car that he prepares himself and races in the touring car, but a little bit more power. The Sayed just drives by them. That's grip as much as power. Good run through 7A and B. Cameron next on the list now for McFadden. Holds the inside, goes to the outside. He should be a lighter car than the Sayed. Look at Campbell down the inside though. Goes down 1 and 2. You can tell that Cameron Fenton is driving with the championship in mind. He could have slammed the door shut there. Doesn't want to get mixed up with these other cars because he's currently very much in contention for that Pirelli Supercar Championship. The Sayed just drives by Campbell. All his good work done, and has another go down the inside. And yet again, Fenton doesn't quite slam the door. Oh, a little bit of contact there, and the Sayed just keeps going. And that's big damage for Cameron Fenton. And that's ironic as we watch the replay. Nothing he can do. It's the front end I'd worry about there. Good clip on the front wheel while he was on full opposite lock. He goes down a couple of gears and rejoins. No smoke pouring from the car. Look at that in the background now. It could be tyre smoke, but I suspect that's a bigger problem. As the Hayden haulage car, Gar Hayden goes through. 76 Ian O'Driscoll in behind him. They're all trying to avoid that. Then it's Corcoran. Andrew Armstrong now powers alongside Jennings in the Integra and down a gear down the inside, getting used to Mondello Park. Dominates at Kirkustown now. Really tidy driver Armstrong. Beautifully prepared car. Somebody sideways in front. He's got another scalp. Corcoran that was. He grabs a gear and turns into the long left-hander. Another battle now. Alan Dawson has come up onto the tail of Philip Jones. Alan Dawson in the Mr. Gearbox, Mr. Clutch supercar having a go at the focus. And look at this battle behind now, because that's Healy has dropped back into the clutches of Watkins, but he's got great straight line speed in that car. Alan Healy, we're on board again with Cardew, down through the sequential box. Tries to get up the inside of Campbell. Campbell goes a little bit wide, and Cardew now up to third place in the supercars, but very sideways. It's one of the future classic cars. Colin Lewis having a go in everything this year. He's done a bit of racing in the UK to get some seat time and jumped into this car just for a spin. We're having great fun watching these Sayeds battling in front of him. But now it's Barry English having taken the lead. Murphy's car looked like it slowed a little bit out the back, and Barry English had closed him down and was right there, just snatched that. He locks a wheel on the inside. A former oval racer, Barry English, and jumped into these Sayeds and was on the pace instantly and isn't afraid of any of the big names as we've seen before. Philip Jones in the focus, just leading the other two supercars. And look at this for a crowded track. We're on board with Keith Campbell. Cardew on his right now. Alan Dawson in front, the beautifully prepared Sean Woods racing car, prepared in just outside Castle Bellingham in County Dundalk, and it's always beautifully turned out. Dawson, probably the most experienced driver on the grid with huge success. Down into turns 3 now, and Healy's having a go, and he's bringing the Hayden haulage car of Gar Hayden with him. Distinctive Integra. Here we're on board with Campbell again, and this car will be a little bit heavier than the supercar, but might have more power. We'll see when they go around the long left-hand corner here. The Campbell Autos car cocking the inside rear wheel, as it always does, trying to have a go at these Pirelli supercars, but Cardew's having a go at him from behind, so they're all having a go. A little bit of contact. Healy and Hayden probably a full lap side by side and finally came together. And the Hayden haulage car getting the better of that one. Pa Hudson having pulled in on the right. We just saw his Honda Integra there on the infield. The two Sayeds having a real go now. 970. Shane Murphy, the pole man, really wants this one back, but English holds the inside of the final corner now, down through the sequential box, paddle shift, DSG boxes. They should be equally matched on the run to the line. The checkered flag is prepared. I think English is going to take a win in front of the TV cameras, and Shane Murphy has a go, but Barry English takes it just from Shane Murphy in second place. And look at the traffic jam that's coming here. Philip Jones looks like he's just going to hang on for the supercar win, and Alan Dawson right with him. Campbell's going to be first of the Irish touring cars across the line, but look at this, McMullen blasting alongside and just ahead of Cardew as they cross the line. Then it's Hayden next up. Great entertainment from the tin top grid. So Barry English takes the win from Shane Murphy, Neil McFadden, Philip Jones, Alan Dawson and Keith Campbell. The respective winners in class, of course, are Barry English takes the endurance race, Philip Jones is first of the supercar crew home, and Keith Campbell first of the Irish touring cars.
Well, it started good. I ended up in first for the first 4 or 5 laps, but I have a low fuel pressure problem coming on in the dash, so I'm losing power and losing drive, so I lost second place and it came back for a while and then it goes back off, so a bit frustrating, but yeah, we came second. We made the best of a bad thing.
Yeah, well done. You had a great race there. How did it go for you?
It was a good race. Qualifying this morning was very difficult. It was very wet and very slippy, so qualified in third, but got in behind Shane at the start and stuck in behind him, got by him and then held the lead, and it was an easy enough race after that, but first win this year, so it's nice to get it.